Today, Precarious plays
Pokémon Colosseum.
We're back at the enemy that... how to say this diplomatically?
Forced our hand?
Pushed our shit in. Academically speaking. Academically speaking, we got our faces a curb stomped.
And we didn't like that. So all I remember was being very upset and then suddenly being on top of Mount Battle. So, well, not quite on top of Mount Battle. I think we got up to level 8.
We were...
I was...
You had either just cleared... I think you had just cleared 89.
Yes.
Yeah, I think...
Yes, so when I go back to start again, if I decide to do that, it'll be 90.
Yeah, it'll be like the last 10, which I want to do on camera, but I want to do it after we have the creature we're hopefully going to snag from this man. But things should be very different if the battle before this one, which we also had to repeat, if that is any indication. It went very differently. Yeah, we are now very level appropriate for this enemy.
Yeah, and I have to say, going up Mount Battle was pretty fun for the most part. It was one of the more pleasant grinding experiences I've had. It was still grinding, but you know, I feel like it was good practice instead of anger-inducing boredom.
Now in this gen, both of those Pokemon are special attackers, effectively, because of their typing. Especially Lantern, which is like actually a special attacker. Huntail may be one of the unfortunate Pokemon that its type says special, but its stats say physical.
No, Huntail is a water-type Pokemon?
Just water.
Just water.
Lantern is water electric.
Okay.
A very tricky type to fight. So what I would recommend doing, because you just lower their attack and that's it,
Yeah.
I would switch Stantler out for Fortress. Hitmontop can probably stay in and like focus energy and start triple kicking Lantern. But Fortress should come in and hit Lantern with some of his new tricks.
Yes.
Everybody's got sweet new tricks. Everybody is purified, level appropriate. A couple of them have like a few new moves. Fortress, I think, has definitely improved most dramatically from where it was.
It's all like, look, Ma, I did the laundry. Everything is good now.
I did the laundry and I took down a crime syndicate.
Yeah. It is kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh, you actually you have the move, but you haven't used it yet. You should totally lay down some spikes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, actually no. You should Toxic Lantern and then start laying down spikes. And I'll explain what it does as we go.
Yeah. Tell me about the spikes.
I'm sorry, I thought you had a question before that.
No.
Oh, okay. Make sure that Hitmontop focuses in its energy if it hasn't already, before it starts the kicking.
It did. Who should it kick first, Lantern or Huntail? Probably Lantern. I have an electric weakness.
A Lantern is scarier, yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Spikes is it's a move which now has companions in how it operates.
Yeah.
But in this generation, I'm pretty sure it's pretty unique. It is an entry hazard. Whenever a Pokemon in the enemy team switch in, they are dealt damage. If they are a grounded Pokemon, and I think that spikes, I think that's the only requirement, right? Like it has to be on the ground. So it won't hit flying Pokemon or Pokemon with Levitate. Like say, Gengar? Yeah, Gengar. It's also interesting because it stacks up to 3 times. If you have 1 layer of spikes down, the enemy will lose 1/8 of their HP. 2 layers, I think it's 1/6. And I'm confident that 3 layers is 1/4.
Fuck.
That's not great. You should probably get... of course it did. I remember... See, this is why...
I missed twice already,
You should switch
You
Fortress
know,
out
so-
for probably Altaria,
Yeah.
just so that way you can have Fortress be healed outside of battle.
Okay.
Hitmontop should just keep kicking Lantern then.
Oh, heck yeah. He did really well. Now, Focus Energy, does he have to do that between every triple kick to...
I think it lasts until he switches out.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
But there's a reason why I insisted that we go back and be like a little above the enemy team.
Yeah.
It's because so many of their moves are geared towards stalling.
Yeah.
Like Confuse Ray. I think there was that Clam Pearl that we had to fight before, who the first thing it does is it's just like Iron Defense ×3.
Yes.
And that is unfortunate for us because we don't have a strong special attacker right now that has a move that will hit it at normal effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
We will soon, if I have my way. Although I want to point that out, even though this battle should now be much easier, we still have a difficult task ahead of us.
Should I use Eliminate or a Super Potion on...
Whatever will bring it closest to full without going, like, way over. Probably a Hyper Potion or Eliminate, because...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hyper Potions are 200 in this game. They're
I
much
think
more.
Eliminate then.
Yeah. In Ultra Sun, Hyper Potions heal 120.
I think it's funny that you're playing Pokemon while also playing Pokemon.
Ah,
Thinking about Pokemon while talking about Pokemon!
You don't even know, like, that is one of the biggest struggles. So, did you know, in the first generation of Pokemon, I'm pretty sure poison types and bug types both hit each other super effectively, but then in the second generation, they were like, nah, that's dumb. And then they just took it out. And now, I think one of them resists the other one, but I think that poison types resist a bug, but otherwise they don't have any special interactions.
Yeah.
Before it was sort of like that relationship between like ghost Pokemon or dragon Pokemon, where they're like super effective against one another.
Yeah.
Like each other, I should say. Speaking of dragon on dragon combat,
Don't worry, I'm about to switch her out.
you may not have to. I think it's level appropriate. I mean, like, I know you're.
But the spikes! I never got to poison anybody and I never got to put out any spikes.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, you could probably put out Fortress and lay down some toxic and some spike damage. Now, triple kicking Huntail will be effective. Altario's flying type will resist it. But we still have a legendary Pokemon to catch at the end of this battle.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that it will, it might still end in failure, this battle.
So I ran into something for the first time going up Mount Battle.
Ooh, that was a good switch, actually.
Yep, I'm awesome.
I apologize for that one time I almost got our Altaria killed. My bad! Ooh.
So how about that poison? Who's gonna poison more easily?
Altaria is probably fine. I'm at the point in Ultra Sun where I start having to think about, I have to make like, Altaria should be fine to poison. It'd be better to poison Altaria.
Oh, okay.
And then start laying down spikes after that.
Okay.
I think that I'm at the point in Ultra Sun where I have to make a lot of competitive considerations because I'm like headed towards the battle tree.
Yeah.
Which is like the post-game competitive NPC facsimile, I guess, would be one way to describe it.
Yeah.
Because even if they give the computer competition-grade Pokemon, they still don't always use them as intelligently as they should.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite count. Pardon me. I don't know if this happened, like, in a lot of places, but we got, like, 3.5 feet of snow outside, and I I
Might be an
immediately...
exaggeration.
Hardly. I immediately fell ill. I just looked outside and went...
I need the tea in a blanket.
I keep having to make competitive considerations, and if Toxic didn't go through, you gotta keep trying that Toxic on Altaria.
Well, it's flying right now.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
gonna
I
try
thought
Golbat. Is Golbat gonna resist it? I always
it's
forget.
immune because it's a poison type.
Fucking Golbat. All right, Spikes it is.
Spikes it is.
Okay.
And Hitmontop should use Detect because Altaria is almost definitely aiming for Hitmontop.
Showing. Those are some sharp little eyes. Oh yeah. About Triple Kick.
Yeah.
I was using it so well going up Mount Battle that I actually ran out of Triple Kick one time. What do you do when you have no PP?
Use restoratives.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You use restoratives or you just use different moves, different Pokemon. That's all. That's the...
So, do we have any of those restoratives? As in, what are they called? I mean, can I get some ointment for that?
Well, the thing is, normally I would say Lepa Berry is the go-to, but
Yeah.
because this is Pokemon Colosseum, I think it's Ether. Because Lepa Berry is usually like a, excuse me, a nice renewable way to restore PP.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I've had an opportunity to bring this up. All the berries in Pokemon,
Yeah.
they're just like common fruits and vegetables and things with the anagrammed around. So
Oh.
Lepa berries are apples. They even look like apples. Oran berries, even though they are blue, I'm pretty sure that they're just supposed to be oranges. Like I think that they occupy the same place in the Pokemon universe. So if at any point I say like give them an apple,
Yeah. It's Lepa berries.
yeah, give it a Lepa berry.
Okay. Should I just explode myself? Like, what are we doing here?
If you used Explosion, that would actually be a... Yes, you should. You should
Okay.
use Explosion with Fortress.
And then
You should have Hitmontop Detect.
I think he detected last turn.
Did he detect last turn? We don't have a ghost type, so you can't like switch someone else in.
Yeah. Well, I will have him use detect.
And you can't because there's a stacking chance that it will fail. Like every time it succeeds, it becomes that
I will
much more
explode
likely.
next turn, assuming we survive.
You should. The problem is that you won't be able to explode next turn. You could explode this turn because Altaria is going to go first and then land and then eat the explosion. You know what? We have revives, and as cruel as it seems, you should just have Fortress explode, and you
Okay.
should have Hitmontop try to detect
Yeah.
the explosion.
Hey, buddy, I just want to give you a heads up.
Just because I really... Oh, well.
That might not work.
Oh!
Yes!
Okay. No, this is going well.
As well as can.
All right. And now... There.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's right. Two can play at this game.
Thank you for your service, Fortress. Yep, that's what I like to see. Perfect.
Yes, good. Aw, sorry, Fortress, and also thank you.
It's okay. It knows what's up.
He does.
It knows what it did.
There's actually a character in a book I'm reading that does kind of a version of this.
Stantler is the answer, by the way.
She has glands in her face body
Yeah.
that basically make her super crazy strong for a few minutes, and then
And
she
she
ends
explodes.
up no she ends up like she fights really hard, and then she ends up like puking and mewling and screaming on the floor in about 5 seconds. But you know, she can kill the shit out of some things in the meantime, but then she ends up like... bleh.
Well, now that the real opponent has revealed themselves, and why does Raikou get like a little butt flourish? That's like exactly the kind of thing that I was talking about before that would make Suicune's backside look less stupid.
Yeah, Suicune's backside does look like it's missing something.
Because it's just like the little ribbons just sort of poop out from nothing. So if it had like a little doe tail, it would be perfect. Just like the little heart-shaped peachy tail.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, tomorrow, Raikou getting in a bowl.
Yes.